Today, I'm going to show you how to transform any sleeve pattern into a puff sleeve. Sometimes these also get called balloon sleeves. And then at the end, I'm going to show you how to add that perfect fitting band to the bottom. And if you've been watching Bridgerton, these little double puff sleeves are all over Bridgerton, especially with the little band on the bottom. And I've been loving Bridgerton. So this month in the Sewing Club, we are making a Bridgerton inspired dress called the Loverton. So if you want to make a Bridgerton inspired dress, make sure you check out my Loverton dress pattern over in the Sewing Club, or you can also get it through my website. But if you join the Sewing Club, the pattern is cheaper. To show you what we're going to do today, we're going to take the regular Loverton sleeve here, which is this one, and we're going to add a puff and a band to the bottom, like this one down here. And then we're going to take just a regular old t-shirt sleeve and we're going to add puff just to the bottom along with the band. So you can really see how different these sleeves can look by modifying them. First, we're going to go over the single puff sleeve and making it a double puff. So we're going to add that puff to the bottom with a band. And this is the sleeve from my Loverton dress. So we're going to be adding volume to the bottom of the sleeve, which is this area down here. We're going to be slashing up to the top of the sleeve and essentially opening up the bottom. So what I need to do is draw a bunch of parallel lines from center front over. So I'm going to be creating them about 1 inch apart. So I'm going to start at center front and I'm going to draw a line from the top down, and I'm just going to work my way through, adding about 4 of these. So now I have 4 slash lines drawn on my paper, and I'm going to start cutting from the bottom of the sleeve up to the top. But make sure when you get to the top edge here, you don't cut through your paper, just cut to your paper edge. So I'm going to start cutting. We're going to go from the bottom of the sleeve up to the top. But don't cut all the way through, and I'm going to cut all 4 of those lines that I drew. So now that I have my slash lines, we can start to open up the pattern. So I'm going to grab some extra paper that I can tape underneath to create a new pattern. Real quick, before we move on to the next step, this video is presented by Art Fabrics. Art Fabrics is an amazing fabric printing company that's based out of Canada. You can design a custom print on their website with their tools, or you can create one of your own and send it in. They have tons of fabric qualities to choose from. They have natural fabrics, a bunch of great synthetic fabrics. They even have vegan leathers. I'm super excited about these. And what I'm most excited about is this glitter performance fabric. It glitters and it stretches. Super cool. I've been having fabric printed at Art Fabrics for years and I love the quality. So if you're looking to have fabric custom printed, definitely check them out. There's a link down below in the description. So I've taped down the center of my sleeve, and now I'm going to measure 1 inch over at the bottom from that first slash line. And now what I'm going to do is take my paper from the other side of the slash and just bring it to that 1 inch and tape it down. And I'm going to continue this process. Now you can add more. You could do 2 or 3 inches in between. You can really make this as big as you would like. How funky does that sleeve look? But this is going to give us that added volume to the bottom of the sleeve that we need for our double puff. Now the bottom looks pretty funky from opening that up. So what we need to do is connect all of our high points and blend it back to the underarm. I always like to do this with a straight ruler first, just to see what I'm working with. And then I'll come back with a curved ruler if necessary. So I'm connecting all of the high points from slash to slash. And then you can see this one wants to naturally kind of come back over. So I'm going to be using a curved ruler there because I want that to be a nice, clean, smooth transition into the underarm. So that looks like it's blending really nice. And then we can come over. And the rest of this looks nice and smooth from the high points. So I do not need to extend or curve that out at all. One little tip I can give you is if you want more of a puff, more of like an arch at the bottom of the band, you can actually drop this and it'll give you a little bit more of a puff at the band. So you can see it's almost mirroring the top end of it. This is going to give you some height to the puff sleeve if you drop it down here and blend it into nothing at the underarm. So I'm going to fold my sleeve in half since it is placed on fold for when we cut it out. So that way you can see how big this sleeve is going to be. And I'm going to follow the shorter puff here. So I'm not going to do the exaggerated bottom puff. Highly suggest trying it out though if you never have. And now when we open it up, you can see how big our sleeve is. So this is going to give us a beautiful gather at the bottom and the top. We just made a double puff sleeve like that. Wasn't that easy? Now let's go over creating a single puff at the bottom of the sleeve, but not the top. The top is just a regular set-in sleeve, and this here is from my t-shirt pattern. So we're essentially going to do the same thing, but it's going to look much different because there's currently no volume at the top or the bottom. So I'm going to do the same thing I did before, drawing 1-inch lines out from the center front fold line, and I'm going to draw 4 of them again, just to keep it simple so you can see the difference between the two, even though we're going to go over the same process. So now that I have those 4 lines, I'm going to cut from the bottom of the sleeve up to the top, but not through the top. So I'm cutting from the bottom up to the top of the sleeve. Now that I have all those slices in there, I'm going to grab some extra paper. So again, I'm going to be adding 1 inch in between each slash line. So I'm going to draw out 1 inch from the edge, bring that slashed piece of paper over to the inch, tape it down. There we go. I'm going to add some more tape so these all stay in place. Now we're going to connect those high points, and the bottom of this sleeve is going to end up a curved shape. And now that I have those all connected, I folded my paper in half and I'm going to cut it out so you can see what the full sleeve will look like. Now that I have it cut out, let's open it up. Wow, what a difference. This sleeve looks so different from our regular little straight t-shirt sleeve. Look at the difference between those 2 shapes in the sleeve. So that is how you add volume to both of these 2 different types of sleeves. So now that we've got extra fabric in the bottom, let's talk about creating the perfect band so that way we can gather up that fabric into a band. So to control that volume at the bottom of the sleeve, you could just create a casing, add some extra fabric, fold it up, put some elastic inside of the casing. You could also stretch and sew some lingerie elastic to the bottom of it. That looks really cute. I've done that before. Or you can create a band the same length as your sleeve and put elastic in that band that you've created. But today I'm going to show you how to create a fitted band with no elastic in it. So the band I'm going to show you how to create will be for both of the sleeves that you've created today. Now, the first thing you need to know is how big, how long do we need the band? So I'm going to suggest wherever your sleeve is ending that you measure your arm. So you want this to be fitted because there's no elastic in it, but you don't want it to be tight. Otherwise, it's going to cut off your circulation. So you want to be able to move comfortably in it. So it looks like I'm going to be making mine about 11 inches long. That does not include seam allowance. The first thing I'm going to do is draw a line in the middle of my paper that is the length I want it finished. So I have 11 inches here from end to end. I want my band to be 1 inch wide finished. So I'm going to draw a line 1 inch out from that first line that I drew. And then I'm going to give it some ends. So this is how big the band's going to be when it's finished and sewn up. But we need some seam allowance, and to finish it nicely, we're going to be folding it in half. So that means if I fold it in half, I need another 1 inch on this side. So now I have enough fabric to fold it in half, but now what I'm missing is my seam allowance. So I need to add a 1/2 inch on this side, this side, this side, and this side. So I'm going to go all the way around and add a 1/2 inch. There we go. And now my band is complete. All I need to do is cut it out. Now that you have your band, you're probably wondering, how do I get these two together? Well, the easiest way to do it is to take your sleeve at the bottom and gather it up with your basting stitches and make it fit into this band perfectly. So it will match from edge to edge, and make sure those are lining up like that. And then once you have that sewn together on this edge, you would take it and then fold it in half with the band open, and then sew up your underarm seam. And then once this is sewn together, you can take the band and fold it in half and flip it up, and then you can stitch in the ditch from the front, or you could hand stitch with a slip stitch on the inside the folded edge under. It's really up to you how you'd like to finish it. So when we sew up these patterns, these are the sleeves we get over here. So this one has no gathers at the top, just the gathers at the bottom with the band. And then this one here has the gathers at the top and the bottom with the band. So today you learned how to take any sleeve pattern and add some Bridgerton flair to it. Add some volume, add a puff, create a double puff, and then add that little band to sew all your gathers into. I hope you try out the sleeve pattern drafting tutorial on your next dress, and make sure you check out our Loverton dress. It is so cute. I love it. Haha. If you have any questions about pattern drafting the sleeve, leave it down below and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. And if you enjoyed the tutorial today, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when all the new tutorials come out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching today. These videos are for you guys. And if you want to learn even more about sewing, make sure you check out my online and in-person courses along with the sewing club. There's always so much sewing going on over here. And if you want to know what's going on in the studio and what Lily's up to, make sure you check out my Instagram stories. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye!